your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
All right, see if you can listen closer, just imagine the view here. That's a live shot right now. We're looking down at Memorial Stadium. The Fighting Illini Marching Band doing a little practicing, it looks like, out there tonight. The weather could be far worse. It's not terrible. A little cloudy. Rain showers, though, are going to start to move in late tonight. It gets pretty wet out there. We're going to see a large area of precipitation start to move off to the north and east. And you guessed it, it's another cold rain that we've got. 50 in Champaign, 49 in Effingham. And temperatures stay pretty chilly through tonight. Don't move a whole lot, hanging in the mid-40s for much of tonight with that rain moving in. More about how long the rain sticks around when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
Mental health experts are worried about how this crisis is impacting teenagers, the signs parents should be looking for. Plus, boys and girls basketball was put on hold by the governor, but that is hardly the end of it. How the IHSA is defying that order today.
And a region in central Illinois could be seeing more restrictions soon. How long it has before the state cracks down.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
It's a big deal to say to government officials or a Department of Public Health that, you know, we're going to go a different direction than how you're advising.
Yes, it is. The IHSA is going against Governor Pritzker and public health guidelines and is giving the green light to the high school basketball seasons. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. A bold move from the IHSA and a monumental day for athletes, parents, and coaches. Our sports director, Brett Behrens, is here now, and this was surprising.
A shocker. I don't think many people were expecting the IHSA to go this route because, like you heard Executive Director Craig Anderson say there, this is unprecedented. I mean, they are going against government officials here and their regulations. And remember, just 24 hours ago, the governor put high school basketball, quote, on hold, saying it wasn't safe due to COVID-19. Now the IHSA says it's not going to follow those rules, and there are so many layers to break this down. Here are a few of the basics, though. Basketball teams can start practice November 16th. Games will begin November 30th. Players, coaches, officials, everyone in the gym must wear masks at all times. That includes during games, and there will be a 50-person limit indoors for the games. The decision to play, though, will be up to each school district, not the IHSA. Through it all, Craig Anderson says he feels the season can be played safely.
The things we have in place, while we don't have the testing that maybe collegiate or the Big Ten Conference might have when they're playing basketball, I think the self-monitoring that we've instituted and are asking our schools to do, in addition to the other protocols and guidelines that we've put in place, really lend itself to us conducting basketball safely.
The IHSA will follow the Sport Medicine Advisory Committee protocols. We'll have so much more on this coming up tonight at 6. To read more on it right now, though, just head to our website, WCIA.com. We've got multiple videos there, including some from the governor, who had a stern rebuttal for the IHSA today and all those school districts that are going to be making the decisions whether to send their teams out to play or not. They could certainly face some legal litigation. I think that's the biggest question.
That's going to be a big hang-up right now because, you know, schools don't want to be on the hook for any more money than they possibly are right now.
Bingo.
All right, Brett, thanks.
So from sports to theater to a whole range of extracurriculars, this hasn't been a normal year for teenagers. Mental health counselors say they are seeing an uptick in stress and emotional trauma now.
It's been a tough year for everyone, especially students who have seen a big disruption in their lives with the loss of basic milestones.
With hundreds of teenagers in central Illinois learning remotely, counselors are worried they might not be getting the help they need as quickly. Counselors want families to know the signs of stress. WCIA 3's Jen Lask is with us. So what should parents look out for?
Jennifer, counselors say parents should be on the lookout for changes in habits. That could be changes in sleep or eating patterns. I spoke with Gail Rainey at Rosecrans. She says those changes aren't necessarily a sign of something bad, but it could be a good conversation starter. If you notice your teen no longer enjoys some of the activities they normally would, again, talk to them. Rainey says they've noticed an uptick in referrals for teens and adults for substance use over the last several months as well.
We're noticing that some of the normal institutional supports that are there for youth, they don't look the same as they do in any other year. And so some of the referrals even to our services, they look different as well.
And as school districts have also been reiterating to us, their social workers and counselors are still resources, whether teens are learning in person or at home. Likewise, Rosecrans is also offering Zoom and in-person therapy. Rainey suggests journaling about your feelings or use a legal pad and get out in nature. As the temperatures get colder out here, we're all wondering, how does that work? Well, she says even watching nature videos like this one from CBS Sunday Morning can help boost your moods. Back to you, Jennifer. I'm just going to be watching this for a bit now.
I can see how that would help. All right, thank you. Now, we've shared a list of resources and contact information on our website at WCIA.com, from mental health text lines to suicide prevention hotlines to emotional well-being suggestions from counselors. Rosecrans is also offering virtual counseling and a parent cafe for support.
Governor Pritzker warned today bars and restaurants could be shut down for indoor service in Springfield starting this weekend. The positivity rate for Region 3 has been above the 8% threshold for 2 straight days. One more, and the state cracks down. WCIA 3's Cole Henke is live in Springfield. So, Cole, how are local officials responding today?
The Sangamon County Public Health Director said it's not that surprising that these extra mitigations could be coming soon. The region is seeing larger numbers of cases all over the western part of the state, but Sangamon County specifically has been seeing major spikes. The 8% positivity rate that the Illinois Department of Public Health is actually from this past weekend. In Sangamon County alone, there were nearly 300 cases total reported over those 3 days. If those mitigations go into place, restaurants and bars won't be able to have people inside.
I mean, I think with the numbers we've been having, it has seemed inevitable, but I don't want that to come across that people can't help turn it around.
Public officials, including the mayor of Springfield, asked the governor to change the plans for mitigations to allow for restaurants to still have indoor dining. But the governor says he has no plans to change the playbook. And Region 6, which includes Champaign County, is also close to seeing these extra mitigations. Today was the first day that they saw a positivity rate over 8%. 2 more days of that, and those rules will come to Region 6 as well. Paul?
All right, Cole, thanks for that update. Let's take a look now at COVID numbers from across the state. Health officials reported more than 6,100 new cases in the last 24 hours. That brings the total number of infections above 389,000 since the pandemic began back in March in the U.S. Now, the 7-day rolling positivity rate, 6.7% across the state. Hospitalization rates continue to rise as well. More than 2,800 people are in a hospital bed today. 600 in the ICU, 243 on a ventilator. 51 more people have died, 1 each in Macon and Piatt counties. Illinois has lost more than 9,600 people to the coronavirus.
Police are investigating a shooting near Indiana State University. It happened in Terre Haute this morning. 1 person was hurt. The school's president says it doesn't appear the people involved are students, and police believe this was a targeted attack. No word on how the victim is doing. A suspended Decatur school guard was arrested last week. Police say they found drugs and a gun. The Herald and Review reports the 24-year-old is on paid suspension after being charged earlier this year. That was for being a felon in possession of a weapon. He's not allowed on school property during his suspension.
Here's an update. The tent city in Springfield could be gone within the next week, or at least that's the plan from Mayor Langfelder. The city will open its winter warming center for the homeless next week. The city partnered with the Salvation Army to provide a bigger space that will allow for more people and more distancing.
But when the Salvation Army facility does open, then that's going to be a requirement. I mean, that's the area that we're offering to them. So we believe we will move them over there, or they'll have to find another place to stay.
The city council will vote on the contract next week. Some council members called it a Band-Aid on the city's homeless issue, but say they know the city has to pass the contract to provide for the city's homeless.
A village president announces her retirement this week, who just put his hat in the race to take over the job.
Plus this.
It's just a little bit slower.
It's not too late to register to vote. How you can make your voice heard at the polls next week.